a lot of our shit, man. A lot of that oud belongs to us. And I'm gonna keep saying that because that's one thing I really want that's expensive as hell, man. You know? I can't wait to take it back. And I'm gonna take back all that gold things. We are, not me, all of us, man. The Israelites. You know? Hey, pull it up, man. You know, in that time. You know, I was trying to do that. Not now, because you carnal ass Negroes that watch us on the they type it right now. You see cheapness? I'm talking violence.
Yeah, they spend 8 hours on Saturdays looking at the computer, talking shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, they love to scoff at us though, because we don't do 4.5 hours sit down. That's why they love scoffing at us so much, because we do what? We come out to camp for 3.5 hours. You know, our sit downs is an hour and a half. They love scoffing at us. I can watch the whole thing. You know, and instead of getting edified through the spirit, they scoff. You know. Yeah, all that, yeah, man. What the? Hey, you scoffing? Oh, nah, I ain't gonna be doing it. Y'all playing your role.
Yeah, they doing what they gotta do. Yeah, they on a payroll, you know?
Hey, if you don't have haters, I'll tell you what. There's scoffers in our daily walk in real life. I got this one dude at my job. I believe he might be a leader. Some people think he's a Northern Kingdom. I think he's an Edomite. But, yo, that motherfucker hating on me fellas. You know, I had said something about the Gadites to a co-worker of mine. The first thing he says, this motherfucker the smartest nigga on earth. I was like, I'm talking to Jake over here, you interrupting this shit. He sound like a scoffer on the comment board, man.
God.
Oh, you so smart. It's like, brother, Esau ain't shit, man. I'm tell you that right now.
Job 8 and 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of your fathers. Job 8 and 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
Yeah, inquire of the former age. What does that mean? Right? When you inquire about something, you put an attentive ear to it. Right? So inquire of the former age. Inquire of how it used to be. Read your history. Hey, when you read your history, man, it can help you in the future. All right? The things that our ancestors did back then is still valid to this day. It's the same wisdom. They use the same wisdom we're reading.
Yep.
The exact same. You don't think they read Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, you don't think they read those scrolls? You don't think they read certain laws? You know?
Job 8 and 8. For inquire.
Okay, come.
I pray thee of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of your fathers.
Prepare yourself to the search of your fathers. All you Israelites out here, man, you go home and read the Bible. All right? I'll never forget when I first, because when I first was coming up, I first heard Safari. I had watched a documentary on the so-called English people, right? And, they were basically, it was a carnal Israel. It was the Hebrews, the Negroes, Israelites, those type of guys.
God.
But they bring out a lot of good historical facts. They just got the doctrine all the way messed up. But nonetheless, they bring out the historical evidence and the historical facts. I'll give it to them. They're very studious, Hey, so are we. So, I want to tell you like this, man. I'll never forget seeing Alizar teaching, man. I had never seen a so-called black man teaching out of the Bible. I was like, yo, how come so many scriptures? Well, I know like two. He's sitting out there, he's breaking it down. It's making sense. But at the time, when I heard Safari, he hadn't yet said all that garbage he's saying now. At the time, they was kind of still, they was with carnal with it. They were still preaching the 100% true message, at the time. So I was listening and saying, hey, man, the spirit, I got the breakdowns, but then, spirit let me hear. But nonetheless, man, inquire, man. You got to learn about your fault. All right?
Romans 15:4. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Yeah, that's right, man. Everything that was written aforetime is written for our learning. Now when I say, the scriptures say everything, that means everything. Every single thing. If you read it up and you look at the details, you will have something that the judges will help you with something today. And I promise you that. I bet my bottom dollar on that. All The Bible is filled, the Holy Bible, the scriptures filled with every belief. And for those of you that don't know yet, about the word Bible just means collection of books. Okay? When you read the Bible, you got the law, statutes, and commandments, you got the Psalms, alright? You got the New Covenant, alright? You got the Apocrypha. These different things all make up what we call the Bible, the Holy Bible, today. Alright? These different books, you know? These prophets, you know, wrote what the Lord has given them to write. They were inspired by the Holy Spirit.
Exactly. Who do you think the prophets in the time of Yahweh Shah were referencing? All right, those from the past. It's real simple. It's not hard.
It's not that hard to comprehend. A lot of people asking foolish questions. People be like, oh, who wrote the Bible? We have a lot of past people out there. I could write something called the New Testament. It's garbage. You know, but nonetheless, anybody can write anything. This was inspired by the Holy Spirit. And that's the difference. That's what separates this book from all the other ones. All right?
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
Which means, what is inspiration? What does it mean? It means in spirit. It inspires to breathe, right? To breathe. That breath. You know? When you go into the scriptures, that word for spirit, it is the same thing. There's a reason for that. The spirit is like it. The spirit is like it.
Yeah, I got one closer.
See? So what? It said what?
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture
All
is,
scripture.
is given by inspiration of the Most High.
Everything in the Holy Bible was inspired, alright, was given in the spirit, alright, of the Yahweh. He inspired
Start that one just.
when Jeremiah and Isaiah wrote about the end time, the major destructions to come. Alright? Hey, we all when Jeremiah and Isaiah were given those visions. We see you, bro. We heard you. You get it. Like I was saying, when Isaiah and Jeremiah wrote about the end time visions, that dream wasn't given unto them by a dream. That was given unto them by an angel, which is the messenger of Yahweh Shah. See? The visions of all the prophets. Habakkuk, the things that he scribed down, and I love the book of Habakkuk, man. I love what he spoke about these times. He spoke, Habakkuk spoke about us living by faith. He wrote that. What did he write? Write the vision, make it plain upon tables. You know, that's a very important thing to know. Because what? That he may run that people. Who's really running after they read it? You know, we ran out here. You know?
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
So the scriptures are literally profitable, and by the way, like it says in the book of Romans, right? What advantage then hath the Jew, right? Every which way, because unto us was committed the oracles of Yahweh Shai. So the scriptures are literally profitable only unto us. You know, other nations obviously have taken it, they profited, they physically profited, but we can profit spiritually. All right? Can we get that in James? Scriptures. So the scriptures for us are profitable for doctrine, which is a body of teachings, you know, or a body, not teachings, a body, all right, of a teaching. You see, this right here is what we're teaching is doctrine. All right, we got different doctrines out there because you'll have something that's the same thing we teach. For example, you got different camps. They'll teach you you're an Israelite, break it down perfectly, but then they don't know what the mark of the beast is. You know, that's an incorrect doctrine. That's a whole other doctrine, might I say. Okay? So what? The doctrine you get here is a 100% true doctrine. It said that the scriptures are profitable. The one that said it's inspired by the Holy Spirit. right? Inspired by the Most High, all right? And it's what profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, the same thing, all right? Because what? Because when you read down, it says that the man of the Most High may be thoroughly furnished unto all good works. That's what the scriptures are for, man. For us to be brought up in the spirit, man, to learn how to actually move as a man, not just as any man, though, a man of your mouth. Right?
This is James chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul.
Yep, that's right, man. That's another way. Only us as Israelites have the ability to receive salvation. Then only a certain sect in Israel knows the secret to it. And the secret's right here, but no one cares, man. You know, they gotta drive by and drop behind the bucket of that garbage. I bet it's a rocket version. You know, hey, I just can't do it, man.
Only in the gym, bro. Only in the gym.
Leave that drill for the gym, brothers, I'm telling you. You know? Hey, but nonetheless, man, like the scripture said, receive with meekness the engrafted word able to save your soul, man. Because the word of God comes from my son. Hey, there's a reason why God was trying to say the kingdom is a that don't mean we got roll inside of the body, man. That means that this knowledge, this knowledge and understanding is really in the heart. That's going to be the kingdom. What is Solomon? He said, I'm better than wisdom. You see? That wisdom is that determining factor of who's it. No, it's not.
Acts 8:30. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I, except some man should guide me?
Yep, yes. That's going back to what? Receive with meekness the engrafted word. Alright? With humility. Alright? None of us taught ourselves up here, man. I don't care how smart you think you are. I don't care how fly your garment is. I don't care how many hours you put into reading. If no one taught you the breakdown, you're not going to get it on your own. You got to start with somebody teaching you.
Oh, I was gonna say, because you got some Jakes out here telling me something. I woke up to this truth through a dream. That doesn't make no sense. Like, it has to be some man that told you about the truth, some type of shape or form.
Yeah, I heard one. I'll do you one better. Brothers, you remember years back, he had smoked some thing too and saw a vision. That's how he was. Remember that guy?
I remember that guy.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was in Alexandria, bro. Right up the street from my crib. I was like, you see what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, hell no.
Snakes and scriptures say that, though. You dwell with snakes and vipers.
Yeah, God.
In Ezekiel.
They won't come nigh you.
Get that, bro. Get that in Ezekiel for the brother real quick. Ezekiel, the second chapter. Yeah, Ezekiel 2. Ezekiel, the second chapter. You got a 16:11. Yeah, Ezekiel 2 and start at 5. 4.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 4. For they are impotent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Most High Yahweh. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions.
That's the thorn. Like, remember the parable of the sower? Yahweh Shah said some of the seed got choked and some by the thorns, you know, and the weeds. The other Israelites, other 2/3, you know, 2/3. Yeah. Go to Matthew. What was that? Matthew 13, the parable of the sower. That's how you link that. You know.
Yeah, man. And it's true, man. You know, the
Ezekiel 2 and 5. That links with the parable of the sower. Go ahead.
They try to choke out the word from us. Hey, sometimes the affliction of these other Israelites, man, they'll come in like that's a trial. When you first start coming out and sacrificing to the Lord, All right, there comes like
now
some
I'm
jakes
gonna
that come try to mess with you out here. It happened to me. I remember that at Silver Stone. Jay tried to hit me.
Read it. Yeah, get it. Yeah, link it, brother. Nah, you got it. You got it, brother.
You gotta say something.
St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 1.
Now go to the point. Go to the point.
Oh, okay.
You can read verse 1 and then jump to the point.
St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 1. The same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside. Verse 5. Actually 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. 5. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness
See that
of earth.
feather?
And when the
Spirit.
sun was up,
As soon as he
they
said
were
foul,
scorched,
feather came.
and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
There it is. Now that's what links with Ezekiel. If you go back in Ezekiel and you read that 5th verse now, read that real quick, the 5th verse in Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 5.
Or was it 6?
And they, it was 6.
Yeah.
And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee.
Yeah, because if you're afraid of them, it's going to choke up your faith.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're like, damn, is what he's saying is right? You know? Let me go study it. Next thing you know, 40 websites later and 4 books later, you know, now you're so far removed from your foundation, you know.
That's a big thing too, man. When you first receive the word, you have to be nurtured by the Lord, man. When you first receive it, because if you can't get choked up, man. You know, there's plenty of times we had brothers come out, right? They're like, oh, I'm learning from y'all. Then they go listen to other camps that abuse the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You hear the scoffers. You hear people calling us rapists and all that blasphemy that they be doing to men of the Lord. I don't even the men that's out here, but men of the scriptures. You got UPK doing that. Confusing the hell out of you. You know? You got Safari, or the Ron Safari, out here saying that the Hebrews ain't inspired by the Lord.
And one thing about these other groups, they within those sects, they all believe different things. You see? They believe, some people believe certain things, some people believe other things. You know? And you can clearly see that with that debate that just happened with Bert and Ernie. You know? With Sakari, with Alizé. Like some of ISUPK don't believe some of the stuff that certain other brothers that believe, you know?
I'm still waiting on UPK to come out with that hell break. I
Right.
heard, the things that they be saying to Edomites and to people who they think are terrorists. Excuse me. They actually have the wrong interpretation of what a terror is. I'll never forget this. I don't remember. There was this guy whose dad was German and his mom was a Judite, right? And you could clearly tell he was Israel. And he was like, yeah, UPK, they spit on me, they said I'm going to hell. And they were left with that. My mom was an Israelite, that's why I'm not going to hell.
Con.
I was like, what the hell are they teaching them?
Yeah.
It really ain't right doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Hey, they're thorns too, man.
Wait, let's say it one more time, Mark. Say it again. Say it again. Yeah, John the Baptist. And they said that Ruth was an Israelite. Ruth was a Moabite. You know? She was a Moabite.
What a shame, man. Hey, you got people like that out here teaching.
Yeah.
They a lot of fun. It's wild out here.
Yep.
Yeah, man, you gotta. Hey, man, that's why I support.
Shalom,
when you
man.
first get the sword, man, you gotta shoot yourself.
Shalom, man. Good to see you, bro.
You know, don't stick to carnality, man. Don't stick to the flashy looking groups, man. All right? We ain't ever gonna look as nice as Sakari, man. They out here, they got everything, you know? Or UPK and IUIC. IUIC, hey, man, their head coming in. Horse, little high horse. You got ponytail back. I heard he used to have a ponytail. Looks like he's bringing it back, man. You know? That's wild, man. Is it true that Nathaniel used to have the ponytail back in the day?
Yeah, yep. He was a Gadite.
He's bringing it back now. What?
He was a Gadite. when he first started off, Nathaniel, he was a Gadite. Bishop Nate. Yeah, he had the you know, the beaded chokers, and you know, he was a Gadite. Yeah, but then I don't know. Esau slid that purse, and he went south.
It's a better look to be a Judite then. You know, it's not about the truth or nothing like that. You know, it's about the look.
Yeah.
Hey, nonetheless, man. Hey, it's all about the word, though, man. Forget about us, man. We ain't nothing out here, man. We just out here teaching the truth.
Yeah.
That's all we came out here for. We didn't come out here to look cool. You know. Grab that brother. Yeah.
Sirach 3 and 21.
Uh-huh.
Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee.
Yeah, man. That's one way to keep from being choked up, man. Don't look at the things. Don't look for things that's too hard. You know. Don't try to look into the galaxies and make a lesson on it. You don't even know what's down here. You know. You don't even know the history on Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You ain't read one whole chapter in the book of Genesis, but you want to talk about the galaxy. No, don't do that. All jokes aside, it sounds funny, but it's true. You shouldn't be doing something. You gotta stick to the basics. Right? You don't know your lineage, but you're gonna keep this break down in the world. You know?
They like talk about mermaids and giants. Avatar land.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, brother. I be seeing people on the Instagram and the TikTok, man. They'll show like a video that's clearly edited of a fake giant. They got the nigga in the background. You see y'all? You see y'all? We got giants, y'all. The Bible talks about it, y'all. I be like, bro, get off of the internet, man.
The fourth book of Yasher.
Yeah. Yeah, the book of Yasher. Who was it? Then we had an Israelite over there. There was a Jake who came up talking about, yeah, I read the book of Yasher. I don't know. I forgot what came.
He was lying.
Yeah.
We'll meet Yasher. We'll see Yasher in the kingdom and ask him about it.
Yeah,
Like that's more worth fighting for it than
Yeah.
guessing on some tainted book. You know, like it's just wait.
These other books, they have, I remember my mother telling me, she said that she read these other books. She got out of that, man, you know, went to the Lord. But she told me, she was like, yeah, you know, the angels, like the angels here. And she was like, yeah, those angels were evil. And I was like, Mom, that's not what that's talking about. And I broke it down to her. And she realized, like, oh,
Chirping.
man, these books got a lot of these bugged out, man.
Chirping.
That's the thing. Jake always want to be so deep. That's seeking above your strength. You want to go and read the book of Enoch. Meanwhile, there's contradictions. Or I want to say contradictions. There's things mentioned in the book of Enoch that weren't mentioned in the Bible.
That's a contradiction. Contradiction to it says seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. It is, even though other books are mentioned in the scriptures, it doesn't say seek those books.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shah never referenced any of those books. So if we were to read those books, you'd think he would have told us, you know?
And that's another thing too, man. Yahweh Shai, for the fools that don't know, the haters, I'm calling them fools. Hey, Yahweh Shai quoted out of your pocket from them. Alright? Just so y'all know. Okay?
So this also goes, you must maintain a level of humility, you know.
Con.
These people, they become proud because they, thinking they're acquiring some knowledge of anybody else. So this is Psalms 131, verse 1. This is King David. It says, Most High Yahweh, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters or in things too high for me. So that says it right. That back up the scripture that he was talking about. That's a rock. Like I said, remain humble.
That's right. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, don't exercise yourself in things that are too high for you. Because if you try to, like even in a carnal sense, man, if you try to go to the gym and lift well above your strength, you're gonna hurt yourself. Serious, and you can really hurt yourself, like to the point where you can incapacitate yourself. There's been people who try to do something looking like Superman, and they backwards all the way messed up. They can never do it again. You gotta really think like that. You gotta keep it simple.
Sirach 3 and 21. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence.
Yeah, the things that were commanded you, the things that how about you outside, the revelations that they gave you, think upon those things with great reverence. Meditate on those things. I can guarantee that the simple things basically what you right now. Alright, it's a little deep to somebody. Something that teaches you right now. So stick to it.
For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret.
That's right. Things that weren't revealed unto you, don't look for them. You know, it wasn't meant for your eyes. Because if it was meant to be, it would have been. All right? So keep it secret.
You know, we were talking about pride and everything.
Yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians, verse 1, verse 19. It says, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. That's why these things are not given to those people. You know, that's another problem that Jake has. Is he worships these, especially these Edomites. You know, all they have to do is have a white lab coat on, a pair of glasses, and a comb over. Some of our people, those are gods. You know? Verse 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Yeah, if I can say, the Most High did make the wisdom of this world foolishness. You know, Esau likes to say things like, Esau will tell you, because then he'll tell you the earth is also millions of years old, billions of years old. Well, the Bible doesn't say that. You could have just said that the earth is billions of years old. And you know, the way he proves it is pretty stupid.
It's not. It got debunked. At the same time that carbon dating got debunked, the flood got proven, and they did it out by the Grand Canyon, because they said the only thing to form that is a great rushing of water real quick all at one time. The same thing that you see at the Grand Canyon is the same thing you see on them big, you know, over in Europe. It looks like a white cliff. It's a huge white cliff. The same thing with those two. Like the water's just receded really quick, you know? I think you should put that video in the chat a while ago.
I can't remember his first name. Dr. Brown's called hydroplate theory.
Yeah.
And he said the thing is, what they're not telling you, he said they come out, well, you know, we got these layers here and all this is supposed to represent a certain age. He said, no. He said, what they're not telling you, this would be the result of a one cataclysmic event. You know?
Yeah, those are the exact words. Yeah.
You know, and that's scary when you see that. And I suggest that you do all the things that happen in that film. But, you know, continents breaking up. You know, where it talks about the fountains of the deep let loose. You know, you had fountains, jets of water miles high. You know, you can imagine the people back then. You know, the terror. You know? Oh, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 20. It says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Has not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Yeah, the wisdom of this world is made foolish, man. A lot of people try to debunk the Bible, but ever since the true teachers, the true Hebrew Israelite teachers have come out, we've done nothing but been able to prove all things.
Yeah.
The Most High gave us that ability.
Yeah, like that weirdo Bill Nye. They had that Noah's Ark museum, and Bill Nye did a tour through there, calling himself trying to debunk everything. But he just made himself look like an asshole. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, they got him a couple years ago. He came out about it and said there's only 2 vendors. They cut it all out. They cut it out. I don't think you can find it anymore.
Wow. Not surprised.
Let's move through this foolishness of this world. That's that policy they do. Race for demons. They tell you that race for demons to make jokes about fighting. That's the society. That's what society has come to.
Confusion.
Yeah, confusion. Hey, like the scripture said, the wisdom of this world is made foolish.
Oh, that's Isaiah 19 and 14. There is an area that proceedeth. It all starts from the top. Esau's calling on these ancient deities. What's that? Oh, that's a good one too. There's one in Ecclesiastes as well. Yeah, that one. I want that one.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Most High Yahweh has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
Right, mingled. So like you said, there's halfway truths. Some of these scientists will acknowledge that certain things that are actual facts that come from the scriptures, but then they'll negate other stuff, you know? And then they teach that. And then there's a heavy trend right now of people wanting so-called religion back into schools, because they know those are the foundations and the principle of everything on earth. Read that again.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Most High Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
Right, Kemetic community, calling on the wrong names. You know, you got Israelites who are complete atheists. You know, things like that. This whole androgynous spirit, this city girls crap. That's all error. That's all error that starts from Esau. Remember, Esau allows this stuff to happen. All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Most High Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof.
Everywhere. Everything is incorrect. From the way you get paid, hey man, to the way people move out here. Every single thing is wrong. People road rage in all places. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here, sexual orientation. Now there's like a 70 genders and all this other weirdo stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? The feminism is at an all-time high. Now it's so crazy. You got you got people that's still simping, and then you got this new movement, the manosphere, which they're just simps in disguise. If you really dig deep into it, you know, because they say the whole we ain't doing nothing for women. But it's like, bro, but you talk about becoming a high-value man to still choose women.
Yeah, but you're chasing money to get women. So what are you talking about?
Hold out food.
Yeah.
It's a big trick back right there. And then, hey, at the end of the day, they still, hey man, everybody has a plan.
They still live here.
Yeah.
The passport bros, they leave and then they come back. They don't go and stay over there. That's how you know something's wrong. You know, like, come on, man. Say it one more time, huh? Yeah, those are the foolish ones. They walk on in darkness. Because it says a woman's heart is snares and nets. Why would I want to figure out how to get involved with a snare and net? You know?
Hey, you set yourself up for
Well, that's why Paul gave Israelites, the men of the Lord warnings. Like, look, we know you're going to burn. We know you're going to want some box. But you're going to catch hell trying to chase that box. So it's better to be like me. Straight up, you know? Water, a couple water, brother. You got a piece of
Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. There's an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler.
Yeah, the error which proceeded from the ruler. That's why what you see now, hey, as the rulers or as the princes, so is his people. You know, his rulers, people under him, his princes, right? Hey, an error which proceeded from the ruler. That's why you see what you see now. You see a lot of weirdo things, man. I don't know before I came out here, I went to a coffee shop. It was 3 moles, man. A Judite and 2 Edomites, man.
Yeah.
It was just weird as hell. Hair extension, weird haircuts, hair dyes. Weird. Everything is just weird. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Art.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. Folly is set in great dignity.
Folly is this foolish behavior. Foolish behavior in America is all the way up here, man. I remember I was watching my bro showed me this streamer. His name is Kai Senate. I'm pretty sure brothers know him, but the New Yorker with the dreads. Bro, he gets paid thousands of dollars to act like a damn idiot in front of a webcam. You know, but the men that work building up this building right here probably get 20-something an hour. And he's getting thousands of dollars to act like a complete idiot. Smoking and drinking on camera, making us look bad, man. You got us looking like monkeys out here, man. You know, I'm getting like he needs to do a dance. He gets paid so much money, man. And the number one people, who are the number one supporters of these streamers? No, it's not Jake. It's just little Edomite kids, man. Little Edomite kids are the ones that go out and buy albums. We don't do that. We I ain't gonna say we still, you know, I'm gonna incriminate myself. You know, but we pirate music and all that. We don't pay for nothing. We pay. So like, you gonna say something?
They've always been the biggest supporters.
Yeah, they're the biggest supporters of our foolishness.
Well, that's why they wanted to. They put there in the early '90s, late '80s. They were trying to go hard on gangster rap because it was creeping out to the Edomites. Because the Edomites are destructive. Jake will hear that stuff. Well, now Jake is super destructive. But Edomites would hear that shit and then go and actually act on what they was listening to, you know? But hey, it's again, that's the area that proceeded from the king. You know, Esau sits down with the music industry and makes them sign contracts and tell them that they had to put out a certain specific type of vibration. So
Because
Let them destroy themselves. You got it.
Yeah, when I listened to a lot of music when I remember when I was in the world, that's all I was into. And one thing that I noticed, especially now that I'm in the team, I noticed these rappers and shit like that, they blatantly come out with these things. They have industry plans, which are guys chosen by the industry. Because back in the day, that's how it used to go. You know, they used to find talent, take them and make them into a star. Now you have those industry plans where they choose some random teenager, dye his hair green, and he raps about getting high, being depressed, and being a homo. The weird shit.
Yeah.
Error proceeding from the ruler. Hey,
Can you keep going in Ecclesiastes?
yeah, we'll keep going.
Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
That's right. The rich are the Israelites. The rich are the Israelites. And we're in a low place right now. We're in a low position. You know? I mean, look at our people, man. Across the street, you got junkies over there, man. They're still over there, man. These junkies trying to make some money to buy that junk. You know? But forget about the physicality of it. The rich are sitting in low place because those men are, and look, some of those men look like angels, man. You know? For brothers that have seen that video of the angel on the football game years back, you know? They're supposed to be rich, man, but what they're truly lacking in is being rich in faith. They don't have this truth. No one over there got this truth, man. Even if they know there is right, they still don't got this truth. That's why the rich sit in a low place. They sit in a low place physically because they're poor, and spiritually they're poor too. Because your outside is a representation of what you have within. Alright? That's why you might see rich first.
I have seen servants upon horses and princes. I have seen servants upon horses and prince walking as servants upon the earth.
Yeah. Shots.
Go back to the
You need to wait on your shot or whatever, right?
Alright? The servant is supposed to be Esau.
Yeah. I'll
So to say the elder shall serve the younger. Who's born first? Evil Eve. Esau was born first. Jacob was born after. You know? He was the princes walking the servants of Israel. Okay? Let's let you the princes walking as servants are the Israelites. That's why we're in a low place.
This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 8. The wicked walk on every side.
Okay.
Who's be wicked? So it's
So I know to slide
yeah. Let's go with the wicked.
in. Slide in, brother.
Malachi 1 and 4.
No, you good. No, you good. Just telling the brother to slide in.
Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Right?
They should build, but I will throw them down.
Right, because the Lord said, what he said in Malachi is Esau came into power. Job 19:4 took place. Alright, Genesis the 25th chapter took place. Because it was prophesied by Isaac. Esau would have that fatness. Can we get that in Genesis actually? Really quick. And if a brother can pull out what that word there is for fatness in the book of Genesis. Alright? Because what he has right now was given to him. Because we have a lot of fools out there, like Umar Johnson, alright, and the real ones, because he's a fraud. We know that he's a fraud. that are out here teaching us, oh, we gotta build generational wealth. I don't wanna be here for generations, bro. I already hated it.
Yeah.
This whole week, I had to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. Every single day, something, same as the last day, right? I was waking up every single day depressed and sad. Like, no, I can't believe I gotta do this shit. You know? This shit is irksome. You know? Oh, man. And then you got, Esau just loves the pressure. Then you got the daylight savings, throwing you off, a whole hour of sleep. Hey, man, as you get older, missing an hour of sleep, you feel that shit.
Esau literally controls your circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I remember hearing brothers when I was first coming out, man, we hate this place. And I was just like, yeah, we hate this place. But I didn't really get it. Now I'm like, yeah, man, I really hate this fucking place. This place is disgusting. Everything about it, you know? Because they have that saying in the world, ignorance is bliss. It's true. Before the truth, you don't really look at this place as so depressing. You make the best out of your situation. And then you find out how life's supposed to be, and you're like, yo, this is terrible, man.
Right.
You know, everything about it, man. You find out you can drink water, you eat real food. Now you eat real chicken. He loves chicken. It's not even real chicken.
Esau tainted the one thing Jake loves. Quail, what was it? Quail and manna?
Yeah.
Now it's chicken and biscuits. All that shit is fake. All that shit is fake, bro. You gotta make your own or have your own coop. If you don't have your own chicken coop, you know, you don't know where your eggs are coming from. It says one thing, but are you on that farm? Like, you know?
It's funny you said that, because I have coworkers who are like, yeah, we need to start a farm and all this other shit. And I'm like, bro, like, because then they say to me, because I'm like, I might not get into it. I don't got money like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, what are you gonna do then? You know, you don't got no plans for the future. I'm like, bro, your farm gonna burn. That's the thing, you don't know.
Well, that's why I did that prayer this week called remove sickness and disease out of my food, because we don't know what's in there, bro. You know? Esau has an affinity with taking genes from pork and spreading it throughout the whole entire food industry. You know? Like, you can use casings for sausage for any animal, but he'll use pork. It'll be lamb sausage, pork casing. Chicken sausage, pork casing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why he calls him the accuser of his brethren.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, for one, that word for the accuser in Revelation, I believe it means to categorize, which he categorizes us. And part of him categorizing us, he puts us in a box, right? And then he finds ways to pollute our way of life. You know, because what's promoted unto us, man? All right, I personally grew up in Virginia's oldest town. Bro, ain't shit out there on the billboards, but Denny's billboards and Newport billboards. Not so much the cigarette billboards anymore. But from what I heard back in the day, that's the type of shit that was promoted to us. You know, the fine dining that Duffy's VA had was a freaking Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? It's all bad for you. All that stuff makes you pre-diabetic. You know, it gives you makes your internal swell up. But that's the fine dining of Virginia's oldest town. Ain't nothing ever done. I'm making the point of him building up. Him building up is part of the prophecy of him having the fatness of the earth. Let's get that. Because he had a blessing. He was given a blessing by Isaac for a period of time.
Start at 38. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. We go into that.
Yep. That was his blessing. That was for a period of time. You know? And that's what we're going through right now. That's why we're in the predicament we're in. For one, because the fellas on top of us, so to speak, right? They require us for a sign, for a wonder. That's how we know the Israelites. But also, Esau's blessing simultaneously had to take place. You see that, right?
In Strong's H 4924, Mashama. And it says fatness, but usually figuratively and concretely a rich dish.
Because figuratively, when you have the fat of something, you have the best part of it, right? So he has the best parts of the earth. He controls
Let me see it.
A fertile field.
He said Mashama. Oh yeah, like from oil. 'Cause you know, shaman means oil. So Mashaman means fatness. He's got the oil of everything, you know? Does they say like the oil is the blood of the earth? Or the water is blood of the earth?
You know? There's got a lot of idiots out here as well that teach that Esau is the Arabs. I still don't know how that correlates because they don't have the entire earth. You know?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. The reason why I said that, I was thinking water is the oil of the earth, but actually also too, all plants oil can be extracted from them. So he literally controls it all. I mean, he's got botany museums. He's got, in his botany museum over here, he's got plants from all over the earth. He's got a section for Greece. He's got a section for the desert. He's got a section for the Amazon. He's got a section for what is the other one? The desert, Greece. Oh, the Mediterranean. Yeah, you know, he's got all that stuff in
He
there.
got it all.
Yeah.
Hey, just goes to show who does that blessing, that prophecy goes to show who is Esau today. You know? Arabs didn't pay for that museum, you know? Arabs ain't out here owning everything. They got that oil money, not like Esau does.
Right.
You know, Esau's a real, really in control of that. That's what people don't get. He's calling the shots on this. You know? But hey, not so much so now because people leaving the dollar. But nonetheless, that prophecy still took place. But
Anyway, a rich dish, a fertile field, a robust man. A robust man.
yeah, a fertile field, fertile field. Hey, this whole earth is like into a field, and he has it. You know, this is his right now. He has control of it. All right. If we could jump back to Malachi.
Since it came from his root, it should also
That's just to further prove that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked as well. So 9:24. Inshallah.
Back to Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished.
Right? Because he was in a point in time, he was in a lower state. You know? Right?
But we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They should build, but I will throw them down.
Yeah, the Lord will throw down. He will throw down everything that they do. From the infrastructure down to the systems that they sell. Not so much the physical, the physical stuff, but he's going to also destroy the real life here in America. You know? Destroy the economic system. Alright? He's going to destroy it from the inside out, man. And physically after that. He's going to burn it right after. Right?
And they should call them the border of wickedness.
Yeah, that's the point right there. They shall call them the border of wickedness. Every single place that they go, Esau brings his wickedness.
I mean, think about it. Even the Mason-Dixon line. All slaves were trying to get to that line because they knew if they got past there, they would stop getting their ass whooped. I mean, that's simple proof right there of borders of wickedness. That's why they call Maryland the old line state.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, that was in the 70s.
Yep.
Right after that?
Right at the top of Maryland. When you get to Pennsylvania, that's considered the north.
Yeah.
That's why all these streets, Georgia Avenue goes all the way into New York. It goes through Pennsylvania and into New York. Same with New Hampshire, Connecticut, and all these other streets in DC. That's why it says evacuation route on there. He's wicked as hell. He has a contingency plan to get everybody out of the city in case something pops off. You know? What you gonna say, Art? Yeah. It's a pentagram. Yeah, that's why niggas are always acting crazy in the city, cause they live within the fucking pentagram of what's it, Albert Pike, and the Masonries and Benjamin Banneker and this guy L'Enfant Plaza. L'Enfant had a hint. General L'Enfant and Benjamin Banneker and a few other people had a great part in designing the District of Confusion. You know?
Yeah, this place is nothing but confusion. On the way over here, it's funny because the way I remember, I don't know if I used to work for the school. The owner was, I was a delivery driver. He was Jewish. He was telling me certain things about DC. He was telling me how they designed DC in a certain way so that they were able to infiltrate and attack. Whoever's trying to escape, they won't be able to get out that.
Damn.
Very confusing.
Wait, well, all you brothers who visit, now you know why it's hard as hell to drive around the city.
You know what's crazy about
All these damn one-ways and shit. Go
Today,
ahead.
there was traffic in the tunnel. I always take it to get over there, right? There was literally a street that you take. It's a bridge. You go right over it, and then right back into the tunnel. You could avoid all that traffic. I was the only one that knew.
Wow.
Crazy, right? That's how you design this place. It's just weird. It's just a bunch of traps.
That's how it is in every major city. They got these things called the beltways, you know?
Yeah.
Goes around the whole, it's like that in Houston and Dallas. It's like that in Atlanta and San Francisco, just other cities, you know? And all these places are wicked, instead of the border of wickedness. Every place that Esau has built up here in America, its wickedness is backed by cruelty.
Yeah.
You know, all these insurance companies and these Wells Fargo, you know? And well, look at Charles. Prince Charles got coordinated in all his jewelry. all his jewelry is stolen from pillaging villages in Africa. You know that damn diamond that he's got, the largest diamond in the world, that belongs in South Africa.
Some of them diamonds.
That they said that thing is worth $400 million. You know?
Just can't wait till we can take them.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel good to take those things away. Take them back. That's it. 'Cause it
Yeah.
really belongs, their earth belongs to us.
Yep.
Hey, like you should just walk in the order of wickedness. Everywhere he goes, he sets up his wickedness.
Okay.
Like certain neighborhoods where I lived at growing up, they were Jitney days. Come to find out, I come back. All Jitney moved down. You see gay flags, what they call gay flags. I don't know why they need a flag. You're not a nation of people. You're just a bunch of brothers, right?
Right.
But nonetheless, they have a bunch of. They bring up those flags, you know. Set up their little Donald Trump or whatever, whoever the hell they go for everywhere they go, man. You know. Because either way, all either my teeth are disgusting. I don't care.
Yeah,
Jake, follow
get Job 27 and 10 and read down in there a little bit. We'll switch out, bro. It's a ball on. Come hop on camera. You can read for me, bro. Yeah, about the shot. Let me just give you this charger.
Job 27.
Job 27. What I'm sorry.
And 10. Job 27 and 10. We're gonna read down a little bit. Alright. Read it now, brother.
This is Job chapter 27, verse 10. It says, will he delight himself in the Almighty? Will he always call upon the Most High? I will teach you by the hand of the Most High that which is with the Almighty.
Jump down to 13.
Verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty.
Shamar, you can speak on it for a second.
Can you read that last part?
This is Job chapter 27, verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty.
Right, so Esau, the border of wickedness that he's laid, he didn't get that power on his own accord. This great Edomite is weak as hell. You know, he can't do nothing. He was having a hard time taking down Gad, so he had to create what? The Gatling gun, which is another form of wickedness, man. It's some, when you, like the other brother Kasab says, it's something different. When you take a man's life with your hands, it's different than when you take it with a book. Esau's a coward. And you receive that spirit from the Almighty on the left-hand side. That's all that is. Go ahead, bro.
Come.
Stay there.
Verse 14.
Kind of hop in there, bro. You got
Real quick. Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones. To the intent that the living may know.
Yeah, read that again.
Yeah, from the top. Daniel's 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers,
Right.
and the demand by the word of the holy ones.
Right, we're the watchers. You know, the holy ones are the heavenly hosts that talks about our watchers, angels. Go ahead.
To the intent that the living may know.
Right, to the intent that the living may know, the only ones really in these times that are living is the elect. The Lord said, he that believed on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Well, not everybody believes on Yahweh by Shema Shai, as the scriptures say. So go ahead.
Yep. It says, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whosoever he will.
Right, so the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of the Son Yahweh Shai, they're controlling the way America is moving right now. On the left-hand side. Remember, Satan, the spiritual demon Satan is not up there fighting Yahweh Shai. You know? They're not in a war with each other. You know? It's not going down like that. Go ahead.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Right,
And
so he says he giveth it to whomsoever he will. This is the scripture that proves that this man he can't control what he wants to do. There is no such thing as free will. The Lord says he gives it to whom he will. He allowed the Babylonians to rule for a certain time and took their ass out. He allowed for the Greeks, the Assyrians, the Persian Medial Empire to rule for a certain time. He took them out. You know? Go ahead.
and setteth up over it the basest of men. the basis of men being Esau.
Yeah, he said he sets up the basis of man. This man is base. All right, he's pushing, and every society that has fallen by one reason, main reason, is because it got overran by the opinion of women. You know, by putting women in power. Every kingdom has always fallen. You see, they got that movie coming out about Cleopatra. That bitch couldn't do nothing to stop the Edomite Empire from falling back then. You know, they couldn't do nothing. You know, this one just locks it.
Oh, okay.
That just locks this in.
So which ones go down?
Yeah, this right here.
Oh.
Go ahead. Read that 4:17 again.
Yeah, Daniel 4:17. This matters.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hey, this is just what the spirit is bringing out now, bro.
Daniel 4:17. This matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and he setteth up over it the basis of men.
Right, so you want to know why our people in such a condition and why oppressive factors are performed on them? It's because the Lord is allowing it to. You know? The Lord is allowing these things to happen to our people. He's using the so-called white man. Get that in Psalm 17 and 13.
This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13.
Hey, you ever
Arise.
you ever heard of the Israelites, brother? You ever heard of the Israelites, brother? Okay, all right. The name of the Lord is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai.
I'm trying to get some of that love that y'all passing out and wisdom.
I just gave it to you, brother.
I know.
There you go. That you got it for the day.
Thank you.
Shalom, brother. Go ahead.
Thank you.
This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Most High Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Why does it say thy soul? Because Esau's literally going to try and harness your spirit by putting his technology inside of you to control you. That's why you got movies like Transcendence. That movie Transcendence, where he uploaded himself to a mainframe so that he can live forever. That's what he wants. Esau literally wants our soul. So that's why David, when he wrote a lot of these songs, again, which is supposed to be sung by the way, it was for us in these times. You know? These times. Because Esau, he wants your mindset. He wants the way you think. That's why Yahweh Shah said if it were all possible, he would be able to deceive the very elect. But Yahweh Shah is not going to allow that. And we understand that. That's why our faith is so great. Because we know Yahweh Shah is controlling this red Edomite. Ain't nothing you can do unless the Lord allows you to do it. Same thing with, that's why the Lord said, I will tempt you, but not above thy measure, because the Lord's controlling us. The Lord ain't going to jack us up to the point where he's just going to destroy us. He said he was going to make us an escape route. In Psalm 17 and 13 is the comfort, the keys to the escape route. Because Esau's bringing that sword, man. It's going to start with Fed now, and there's going to be the sea hip now. It's going to be right in your hand. Go ahead.
Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right, the secret counsels of the wicked. Who knows what's going on in Capitol Hill, man? In the offices and stuff like that, man. All types of orgies and sacrifices that we don't even know about, you know? Hey, shalom, bro. This guy, Isaiah Washington, you saw what he said? Isaiah Washington, he was on Grey's Anatomy. And he said basically his job was in jeopardy because he wouldn't go to the after parties. And he said they don't want you to speak on what's going on in the after parties because they were really swinger parties, you know, orgies and all types of sacrifices and crazy shit, bro. You know, Edomites they act like monkeys. They be flipping shit and pissing around. They get real nasty with it, bestiality, all types of crazy stuff. You know, and that's just part of the border of wickedness. You know, read that precept again about yourself.
Psalm 64 and 2.
Yeah, secret counsel.
Yep. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Right, these are things that we need to meditate on, man. Trilateral Commission, right? National Reserve, and the police department. You know, that cop is an activist. That's a secret fraternity. And police department started as what? KKK.
Slave patrol.
Exactly, the slave patrol. You know? Go ahead.
Brothers told me here that to be a chief of police, you have to be a policeman. To be a chief.
They got that FOP, Fraternal Order of Police.
It's when you get to a certain degree in masonry, 33rd, you have to perform a homosexual act. Read that again, because this is comfort to us. These average Negro out here, they hear Illuminati and they think it's some white man in a black coat in a dark room somewhere. It's a conglomerate of organizations.
In your choice.
Go ahead, bro.
Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right, the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They're about to try and perform a great insurrection on people right now. You know, the same way they did 70 AD. That's the thing. A lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they don't look up what happened in 70 AD. They just stop with Mansa Musa, you know? They're like Martin Luther King, they're like easy little people. Our history goes all the way back to Adam. But you know, they don't even believe, a lot of our people, they just think the scriptures are fairy tales. Go back to the Psalms 17 and 13.
This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. Yeah. It says, "Arise, O Most High Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked."
Right, so when the time comes, we need to ask the Lord to disappoint us. We're not going to be able to how you going to disappoint the tank, bro? You know? Without calling on Yahweh and Yahweh shot first. There's examples of that in the Maccabees. That's what Jesus did before all the battle. He told all the men to face the east and pray to the Lord for deliverance. And that's what we're going to do. Go ahead.
Verse 14. "From men which are thy hand, O Most High, from men of the world."
Right, from men of the world. That's about, what's that, Hebrews 10 and 31? You can drop that. It's a fearful thing.
They fall into the hands.
Because we're not afraid of, what's the scripture says, what can man do unto me? I think that's in Psalms. What can man do unto me? That's why we don't fear, man. Right? Because we've seen how the Lord can mangle somebody up off a random tip, man. I've been watching this survivalist shows, you know, and they don't show the real nitty-gritty of it because they always keep the security on deck to keep the bears and stuff away. A lot of these Edomites, man, when they go camping, their cars get stranded because they don't come back. The Lord put an evil spirit on a wolf, you know, to come just tear Jacob and then go right back to his business.
There's a video now, lions, when Edomites come up to the cars, lions want to open the doors. Just take open the doors and come out.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power."
Right, now it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the power. That's why Esau, we're not afraid of your black sites, man. And that's what you saw, the majority of so-called Negroes, really all you Americans, you got a lot of Edomite, Bible Belt Edomites that believe in the scriptures, you're deemed as terrorists. Donald Trump deems you as terrorists. And a lot of you don't know about a legislation that got passed during the time of Obama called the NDAA. It's in effect, where you can get arrested and there's no due process. The average Negro doesn't even know what due process is. Native American and Latino, they don't know what due process is. They don't know like the basic three branches of the government, you know? So when these things start to happen, they're gonna think, when they're putting them all onto the bus, oh, we're here to protect you? No. We're here to put a chip in you, and we're gonna starve you to death. We're gonna feed you whatever we feel like feeding you. That's when we need to be protected from that, man. Esau got weapons, he can shoot lightning at you, man. Sound waves at you. He could just spray something in the air, and all of a sudden, now you got the H5N9 or some shit like that, you know? Go ahead, bro.
This is,
Read it from the top again.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, but call to remembrance the former days, in which after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of affliction.
That's good. Go back to Job 27.
This is Job chapter 27, verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man of the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors which they shall receive of the Almighty.
Right, so on one hand, the Most High, he's given Esau this entire kingdom. The Lord said he was going to give us the kingdom too. There's a reward on the table. Now, if we defend Yahweh by Shema Shai right now, we'd be defended then from this man who's an oppressor. All right, because the Lord has the power to turn off Esau's aggression and turn up the protection for us, man. Go ahead.
Verse 14. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword.
Right, now we're getting into some right now and some future events. So right now, Esau's children will be multiplied just for the future, so they can be put down. You got these Edomites, they got all these investments, they got Swiss banks and money in different countries, they got islands and shit. We talking about generational wealth. You know, all that is being built up just so we could take that. And the scripture's about to say it. All right, but you've been multiplied. Get Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah, that's the answer for what happened to us in slavery. You want an answer for what happened to us in slavery? It's in the scriptures. You're not going to get it from Big Mama in a Newport. Big Mama snatched it. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw
That's a thorn, man. Go ahead, bro. I tried to hook him, but
He was
got away. Go ahead, bro. He got caught in the weeds.
Isaiah
He
14.
was looking from way up there, too. Go ahead, bro. Hey, like the scripture says, nah, he probably won't, bro. Like the scripture says, whether they hear or whether they forbear. You know, we got people say they come back, we ain't seen these niggas leave here, bro. You know what I'm saying? We have $5 for every person that came here and said, I'll be back. And every brother would have a nice row house, bro, in DC, in Northwest DC. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, Georgetown, for real.
Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land.
Right, the iniquity of their fathers, meaning you got to pick up the tab. You know what I mean? We paying for what our forefathers did. It's only right that Esau and Edom, the so-called white man, you pay for what your forefathers did to us. You know? We talking about generational trauma and PTSD. Fuck these wars that Jake has been going through and dealing with coming back. It's way deeper than that, man. Yeah, our men got trauma, our women got trauma. You know? Yeah, generational, bro. And then not only that, Esau, he makes movies on this shit, man. Like 12 Years a Slave, which that was straight trash. 12 Years a Slave was horrible. The majority of the movie was a nigga making faces and just zooming in and zooming out with music playing. There's no talking. I hate movies like that, bro. It's like Till. Oh, I couldn't even finish Till. Fuck that movie Till, man. Yeah, it was horrible. That shit was horrible, bro. Till was fucking horrible, man. Don't watch Till, bro. It's gonna piss you off. You got this gay ass little kid. He was 14, acting like a little girl, man. They tried to make it seem like he was just willy-nilly, like he had some type of mental condition, like he was retarded and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. You see Till? Anybody see Till? Yeah, don't waste your time seeing that shit. Another bunch of just silence, zooming in, zooming out, crying, bunch of filler scenes. Shit is whack, bro.
I didn't watch this. In fact, it was that when the Will Smith and the Chris Rock smack, me and my brother, we found out they actually scripted it from the movie.
Oh well, that's all. Yeah, that's Esau's witchcraft.
Link to the movie.
That movie too is just a form of witchcraft, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was trash, man. If I wanted to know, they should have did a documentary on the court case. They could skip all the other stuff, you know. We seen the pictures. You know what I'm saying? And the way that it panned out, they made it seem like he was just like oblivious. I guess that's just how his cousins told the movies and directors and stuff. Hey, and that shit was whack, man. Go ahead.
I got one real quick, if you don't mind. We can talk about Israel. This is Job chapter 21, verse 7. Wherefore did the wicked live, become old, yea, or mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the Most High upon them. Their bull gendereth and faileth not.
A whole lot, brother. Yeah, start over.
This is Job chapter 21, verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, or mighty in power.
Right. See, look at Prince Charles. This nigga's 73, right? Coming into office. Old as hell. Biden, well, if that's even him, old as hell.
80 years old.
Trump is old as shit. Who was before that? Obama. Obama was relatively